A wise society, I think, should be attentive to human rights in a way, and try to promote greater humanity and understanding. And so in my own work in the United States, dealing with the death penalty, I've been trying to respond to some of the arguments that people make in favor of the death penalty and say, no, the evidence, the statistical evidence does not support the idea that it reduces homicide, and if anything, it may increase homicide. In other words, if you promote a society that is more humane, you will have less violence. And so this is just one small part of a wise society, I think, but it's part of the broader issue that if you can promote understanding, education, humanity, and compassion for other individuals, we'll have a more peaceful world. And as you look around the world, so many of the struggles, I think, are made worse because people don't have compassion and understanding for others. So that's my view as to what the world needs more of at this point.
We need to empower women because we need to change in U.S. most especially, but in the world, what former President Eisenhower called the military-industrial complex. We need to change the amounts of resources that are flagrantly, wastefully used on wars, and redirect that money toward peacekeeping, peacemaking activities. And to me, those are the fundamental activities of first of all, water and food for the people who most need, and education. And I'll talk about all of this on Saturday. Is just that we sort of build up from the kind of most basic to from water to food, sanitation, hygiene, education, and then political empowerment, and kind of up the chain to peaceful coexistence. But it starts with having a foundation that we all take for granted, that we had water and food and education to create our health and well-being that enables us to sit here today. And that, you know, so much of the Americans' resources are spent on fighting terrorism, and we would not need to fight terrorism if we were fighting poverty. And so I see that if we don't have women politically empowered to do that, then we're going to have like these male apes, excuse me, just sort of like beating each other over the head, you know.
I would, from my point of view, there are so many things that you can think about, but let me limit just on one small area which I know better: justice. We believe in access to universal quality justice. I would argue the world to think of justice in terms of substance and not form. I would want people to believe that justice is not about money, lawyers, justice. I mean, judges, lawyers, prosecutors. So this notion of justice should be reviewed so that we see justice in terms of fairness, truth, accessible to everybody, not accessible to the rich only. But the notion of involving the people in their own justice system, ordinary people in their communities, to listen to the problems and sort them out, is easier than paying judges, lawyers, prosecutors,